what's up, guys? Mr. Free Coiner coming back to you again today. Hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to bring this particular article to you, and thanks to Crypto Dave and Michael B for tweeting this out. It's very, very important. This is something a lot of us have been talking about as the reason why we're not seeing cryptocurrency, the market, do much of anything. Now, of course, I do want to say that I'm not a financial analyst, but I do realize that, and I think a lot of YouTubers have to realize the fact that the things that we say do influence, but you guys have to remember that we don't know for sure, just like you guys don't. We're simply sharing what we find. So, although I am aware what I say can influence, just understand I am simply giving my opinions and my thoughts. So if that's what you want to base your your financial decisions on, hey, that's up to you. But definitely, before you spend any money, make sure that you are well versed on what is going on. That's all I can say about that. All right. So moving on, it says exclusive U.S. Congress members to submit major pro-cryptocurrency bill. Early support coming from both parties. Now, this for me is going to be a video of just pretty much all BS aside. Okay, and before I get into this article, I do want to say to you, look, as far as a hefty bull run, I don't know. I don't know when or even if it will happen like it did in 2017 or whatever. The thing is, though, as far as XRP is concerned, and really, I mean, the whole market, okay, as I've said before, you're not going to see one coin have a crazy bull run and go on this bull run for months without the entire market doing the same thing. So all these people out here that are saying, well, why is the price doing this, or why isn't it going up, and there's this and that. Listen, nothing is moving right now. It doesn't matter whatever you're invested in, unless you are a pump and dumper, okay? Anything you're dealing with is stagnant right now until the market decides to make its move, and that's, I believe, based on regulation. Once we have clarity, it will pretty much open the doors for it to happen. Will it happen immediately? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Will it happen like it did in 2017? Will it get to those heights? Who knows? We'll know once it happens. But fact of the matter is, I'm going by XRP. Because of the partnerships, because of the things that they're doing, because of all the things that are happening right now as we speak, we know that it is highly likely the entire market will increase in value. And then on top of that, we know that something is happening as far as the fiat currencies that are out there. Things will not remain the way you're seeing them right now forever. It just won't happen. I mean, something is changing, and we'll know once it happens, but we know it will happen, okay? As far as, and I guess my main point is that as far as the details go, we don't know the details. But as far as what XRP is doing, or rather what Ripple is doing, in their partnerships and all that, it has to increase for the banks to be able to utilize XRP properly. It has to increase. This is what David Schwartz has said. The price has to increase for them to capture these large transactions that these banks will be doing. It won't work otherwise. Okay, so if nothing else, at least have some consolation that the market has to increase, just simply due to the viability and the utilization that is coming. Okay, So anybody, if you're panicking, don't, just hang on and be calm. You know, the market will do what it's going to do in its time. All right, so now that I've spent 5 minutes saying that, let's go ahead and get to this article. In my final article of 2018, I covered what I believe to be the most powerful pro-cryptocurrency bill among all these discussed so far, the Token Taxonomy Act. I describe it this way because the bill would implement the one vital and important change the markets truly need for a full-on comeback. By giving tokens their proper legal classifications, and thus allow U.S. citizens once again to have the freedom to fully participate in the markets. But at the time, no one was sure if or when we would see the bill begin the process to become law. To catch everyone up on the current state of things, in the U.S., cryptocurrencies are being legally classified securities, so oversight of them goes to the SEC. The Token Taxonomy Act takes this on directly and removes the security classification and the SEC oversight. It's important to mention this does not mean scams can run wild. In fact, the scam ICOs and CEOs that were charged with crimes, those crimes were not related to being a security. Fraud is illegal. Lying to investors is illegal, security or not. The only difference would be that the CFTC would likely be the agency processing or pressing these fraud charges. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology are often mentioned alongside artificial intelligence and IoT technology as the cutting-edge tech of our time. But cryptocurrency is the only one being held back by government regulations written in the 1940s. While cryptocurrencies are intended to be freely exchanged, the laws surrounding them are so outdated they were written for the stock market at a time when stocks were traded on paper certificates. In fact, the hot new technology when these regulations were written, color TV. So what happened when new tech met old laws? Disaster for United States. Companies involved in the cryptocurrency space that began in the U.S. packed up and left, taking the jobs with them. When a company leaves, no more tax revenue for the state and for the federal government either. No one wants to risk building something that could be torn down the next day, even if they conducted honest, ethical business. The law meant that a company based around a cryptocurrency could still be shut down, simply for existing as an unlicensed security. So for some perspective, just in the first half of this month, cryptocurrency startups raised $160 million. Look at where those funds went. Canadian-based companies brought in a hefty $80 million. The Netherlands, $10 million. The UK, around $5 million. But the US, bottom of the list with an embarrassing 100,000. Remember, that's just half of 1 month. Imagine a full year. That's not the only downside for the United States and its citizens. Even if a startup in the cryptocurrency space isn't located in the US, doing business with someone in the U.S. means they must follow U.S. regulations as well. Not wanting to deal with it, they've ignored the country entirely. And this is something we have been seeing, like crazy. Some things you can't even, in fact, Uphold has not fully opened up this new thing that they're doing to the U.S. because of things like this. Moving on, once the birthplace of countless breakthrough technologies, the United States now finds itself being abandoned and ignored. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. I have now confirmed that the Token Taxonomy Act is on the verge of being introduced in the House, where it will soon begin the process of becoming law. The bill's original authors, Congressman Warren Davidson, along with Darren Soto, I did a video about him some weeks ago, are working together to give it a bipartisan introduction. Speaking directly with Michael Hiles, Congressman Davidson's advisor on the issue and CEO of blockchain solutions company 10XTS, I was able to confirm a target date of February 14th, Valentine's Day, for the bill to be officially introduced. The objectives, as explained by Congressman Davidson, are this bill clarifies a 1946 court case that the SEC has been using to determine what a security is, and effectively makes it clear that the finished product cryptocurrency token is no longer a security. He's also fully aware of the issues causing the U.S. to fall behind. Adding, this bill provides the certainty American markets need to compete with Singapore, Switzerland, and others who are aggressively growing their blockchain economies. To be certain, there will be other regulatory initiatives at some point, but this legislation is an essential first step to keeping this market alive in the United States. There's a number of reasons to believe these efforts will be successful, with members of both political parties presenting it. Assistance from newly launched cryptocurrency advocate groups in Washington, D.C., and a U.S. president who currently has a cryptocurrency fan as his chief of staff in the White House. I outlined these in more detail in an article last year, Why the New Pro-Cryptocurrency Bill Will Pass in 2019. Read that here, of course. I'll go ahead and link this article as well so you can check that out. I actually haven't read that either. But just because the odds seem in our favor, the cryptocurrency community shouldn't just relax and hope for the best. Tweet, email, and post on the Facebook pages of your representatives. Click here to find your congressional representative by zip code, and feel free to take any of the points made in this article and use them in your message. Michael Hiles tells me the bill is currently getting its final touches. They're adjusting the language based on feedback. Then it's ready to go. We have several reporters assigned to following its progress. We'll have updates as soon as they're available. Basically, I mean, this kind of shows us what is happening. You know, part of the reason why, and I'm sure this is a very large part of the reason why we're not seeing much movement. And like I said, if you see anybody saying, you know, well, all this news comes out and it still doesn't move. Well, what cryptocurrency right now, what price of any coin is doing anything right now? I mean, we're all subject to the same thing. Those of you that are saying this stuff, have you looked at the graphs? Nothing's moving. The only thing that's moving are the pump and dumps. That's it. So stop putting this crap out there as if nobody can see anything that's going on. And if you believe, those of you who are reacting to what these idiots are saying, you need to look at it for yourself. All of the graphs are almost identical. The cryptocurrency market is not going anywhere until regulation clarity has been put forth. Period. Okay? Once that happens, then we can move on. So, guys, that's really all I had to say. I hope everybody, like I said, is doing well. And I really appreciate you guys. Again, thank you for, I mean, I know I say this every time, but you know what? I'm going to always say this. Thank you for everything that you do, all your comments, everything. Whether I can reply or not, or you know, I definitely go through them when I can. And again, I love just the sharing of information. If you and as I've always said, if you know something or you have a question or anything, please give it to us, because it can only help to make the whole cryptocurrency space better. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with a question. There's nothing wrong with your comments, or rather your ideas or your opinions. Just even if it is a negative opinion, all I ask is that you present it in a respectful way. Okay, that's it. That's all I ask. But anyway, guys, if you have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button. Also smash that like button and the post notification button, and come back and see me, guys. Until next time, this has been Mr. Free Coiner. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.